My name is Jenny, and this is Creating Crafts with Jenny. And currently I upload Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and now on Thursdays I've dedicated for just kind of a special day. A while back, well, not a while back, recently, and it's Chalkola paint. And on the back, let me switch you guys down. See what I'm talking about. 32 colors, and then on the back of the box, it has the different colors. It gives you 2 titanium whites, so we need to play around with those that we have. And so I'm going to open it up and let you see what you get. If you order the 32 color acrylic paint set, you get a little bit more than just paints. You get one of these little guys, which is, you see me using these all the time, especially if we start mixing paints to get a particular color to come up. And they also sent me some paintbrushes, which is really kind of cool. I always use paintbrushes. And it looks like you've got all of your paints in here. And let's see what else is down here. Paints. Oh, a little sponge. Well, that might be fun to play with around today. Let me leave the sponge out. This thing here, and I've been wanting to try that where you put the paint on and then you just kind of like glide this thing through, and it does all kinds of neat things. I have one over there that I've had for years, so it's nice to have a new one. And if you watch some of my things on my channel, I did some paint by number stuff a few months back, and so I'm getting ready to roll out some more stuff with paint by number, and that's going to be really cool. How to get started, that sort of thing. But what do you do if your paint by number is in trouble? Well, I had ordered this paint by number that is down here, and I will show some footage kind of in between, talking about kind of the struggles that I've had with this painting. Paint by numbers. This paint by number is huge. And I can give you the size of it, and the footage right before this will show the size of it, and I can show you just a little picture of what it looks like. It's like kind of like a bunch of trees and that sort of thing. It's a little bit blurry, and I apologize, in the little picture is a little blurry, but I took my chance. I love those kinds of trees, so I thought, what the heck, right? And it's really big. So I am probably 2/3 of the way done. So I'm getting there, definitely past the half point, that sort of thing. So I'm on the home stretch of getting it finished, and I'm running out of paint, which is interesting because at first I thought, one of the paints and they sent two sets of paints, and in the back of my mind I thought, I'm just going to leave the one that I've completely ran out of undone until I finish and see what I can do. Well, what has happened is I'm not only 1, 2, 3, almost 4 colors I've completely ran out of. Now, what a lot of companies will do, I'm going to reach out to the company, and that will be part of the segment here, is to see if they will send me some more paint, or can I buy more paint, that sort of thing. That I'll reach out to the company. And it was an AliExpress company, and usually they're pretty good. But I will do a follow-up to the follow-up to the follow-up on this video. And like I said, they sent 2 sets, and these are the ones that I have left. And at first I thought, maybe I could take 1 or 2 of them and mix them together and make the one that I'm missing. But I seriously think, after painting all these years, what's going to happen is that's going to make me run low on a lot of other paints. So I'm going to leave this one undone and put all my paints aside and so forth, reach out to the company and see if they will send some more paints out. Because, like I said, what most companies will do is if there's large areas that they know is going to take 3 of these little pods or 2 of them, then they will give you more. They may give you 2 full sets, but then they'll give you extras of those that they know that are going to go fast. And I was doing everything I could possibly. I used, and here's a tip that I want you all to keep in mind, that if you use a little bit of hand sanitizer, sometimes we'll let that paint go a little bit longer. And I actually stopped painting in sections and was doing 1 number at a time, because I didn't want those paints to dry out any more than they do, because they were starting to dry out with them all open and everything, which makes their life a little bit less. So, but hand sanitizer kind of puts that moisture back in there. And if I did close them up for the night, I put a little drop of water. Now, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, don't use water. It'll water down the paints. Well, yeah, it does. But a lot of times it'll return that moisture into the water, so at least you have something to paint with. In this situation was, I was scraping the bottom numerous times and trying to expand it as long as I could, and I finally said, I'm stopping. So, like I said, this will be a follow-up to a follow-up to a follow-up, because, like I said, I'll reach out to them today in regards to running out of paints, and see if I'll let you know what the response is, and if they send more paints, then I'll bring it back out and finish painting. So I just wanted to kind of put this in the middle of this paint by buying more paint, but then they didn't tell me how I was supposed to go about that. So then I ordered a smaller version of it, and the paints are different. Go figure. Same color, same picture, but different. And they sent me a box of their paints, and the cool thing is I already had some of their paints that I bought probably about a year ago. And what I did with those paints was I tried numerous times to mix the paints with different things. I mixed them with glue and water and Floetrol and glue, and they do not mix well. They just don't. But they are some of the best paints I have ever used when it comes to paint by number. So here's my thought process, because they wanted me to do a review for them, and I was struggling with doing the review because the way I normally paint, when I just get a bunch of paint, just dump it on the canvas, that is not what this paint should be used for. And if you try to use it for that, you're going to struggle, and you may not be happy with your results. But if you do paint by number or canvas painting, detailed painting, these people are where you want to go. Their paints are perfect, straight out of the bottle or straight out of the tube for that. So what I did was, I had my paints that basically where I was running out of paints. And what I did was I went through their little paper that they sent me, and I matched up as well as I could. So you guys aren't seeing that upside down. There you go. I don't know. Well, hopefully not. So what I did was I matched as well as I could the paints that they sent me with the paints down here. Now, like I said, I had bought, what they sent me was 32, and then I bought another bunch of 32 kind of metallic colors, which if you're wanting to like spruce up your paint by number, it's the way to go. And I'm seeing more metallic paints in paint by number, so they're probably on the cutting edge of taking paint by number, where they can do glitter in the paint and stuff like that, like a shimmer, and just make some really gorgeous paint by numbers. So what I did, like I said, I went through all of that, to come up with variations. But what I wanted to show you, and then what I did was I went through my paints and I just put what number that they correspond with, so that I would know what number to grab. Some of them were, you can see where I've written a couple different colors down, where I had to mix a couple colors to try to get the closest that I could to that color. Why not, right? Okay, so I want to show you how gorgeous some of this paint is. Heat. Okay. Alright. Here we go. Wanted to spend some more time on this painting down here. So, like I said, when I started this painting, I've probably said this a couple different times. Let me see if I can get my camera just come down a little bit closer here. Usually when I grab my camera like that, he doesn't like it at all. Let's see if I can zoom in here. Okay, so I wanted to spend some more time on this painting. I don't know that I will get it finished by the time I close out this video, but I want a large portion of it done. So I'm thinking about doing like a large section so you can kind of see what's going on, because this painting is going to take me a while to do. And you know, this company was nice enough to send this to me, and I wanted to just explain how awesome these paints are in regards to this. So you can kind of see the difference between this is their paint and this is the paint by number paints. And I knew when I started this that I was going to run out. Now the colors absolutely straight on, possibly not. But there's so much more to be painted. I mean, you've got all this, and I don't know if you guys can probably see. Oh, I have another camera here. Let me get it turned on here. We can kind of see. So you can see that there is quite a bit that needs to be painted. I mean, you're talking about all this down here, and then there's a whole nother section over that direction. So we've got a ways to go. And like I said, what I did was this is the chart thing that they gave me, and if you want to order this painting, go to AliExpress, and this is like their list number. And I can leave some links to you. And what I did was I just wrote down the different colors that were close matches to their colors, and some of them hopefully will be straight on, and others maybe so. Some I may have to mix, but I think I'll try. Let's see, what is number 22? Payne's Gray, which is this big section here, and there's a section here. Let's see. And what I did was I went through my paints and I wrote their numbers on here. Now, this is with a Sharpie. If I take a little bit of rubbing alcohol, I can rub that number off if you want to use your paint by numbers for other projects, or these paints for other projects. I'm going to put that in there. And it's a dark black, basically. And let's see here. And I should probably have my reading glasses on. It's going pretty good. Usually when I paint, I have my reading glasses on. This is like a pretty bluish gray, bluish black. I think for this painting, I think it's going to be really pretty. Originally it was more kind of a blackish color. If I don't like the color, I can always go over it. In fact, I probably will. Like I said, this is more of a rescue to my painting. Otherwise it was going to sit undone for, I don't know, probably until I had the guts to throw it away. Like I said, these guys got it made because, you know, in fact, if I was going to start a paint by number company and I was looking for somebody to supply the paint pigments and paint colors, I would reach out to this company because, yeah. Let's see, up here. It just goes on so well and covers really well. I'm not seeing that shrinkage that you get a lot of times with paint by number paints. Like here, it happens. Even with the very best paints, or the more expensive paint by numbers. Let's see if you guys can see where I'm painting. I don't want to get out of your view here. It goes right here. If I grab my camera and move him, he doesn't like that at all. At all. Alrighty, 22. There's a big one right here. Let me see if I grab him and he doesn't squawk at me. The 22 goes all the way down here. And my other cameras. So on it. I usually paint in my office. I don't paint in my studio. In fact, I brought in a stool to sit on and it was like, oh, I felt like a little kid at the kids' table. My sister-in-law actually built my bench, workbench, I should say. The cool thing is, because they were self-made, they're made for my height and what I felt comfortable with. My husband's on a conference call. I can hear him through the walls. Eep. Hopefully you guys can't hear it. If you do, it's probably just muddled as it gets much louder. Alright. You know, this was supposed to be more of a grayish color. I'm liking this blue. I think it kind of wakes the painting up a little bit. day that I'm filming this is Veterans Day, so if I've got service members out there, I want to say thank you. Thank you so very much for your service. This painting will probably go up more towards probably like almost around Thanksgiving time frame, but still thankful for all that those folks do, or have done, or sacrificed. My grandson, who played baseball this year, and he's like, gosh, he said, I get so tired of doing that national anthem. Always have to take my hat off. It's like 10, 12 years old sort of thing. So when I explained to him, and each time he does that, he was honoring his grandfather. I explained to him how that worked. He's like, oh. So the next time you take your hat off, be happy. Okay, so I am moving on to number 5 is silver and white. Silver and white. So I'm going to mix these two together. This is for, what did I say, number 2? No, number 5. I have 5, so I got a big 5 right there. Mix these two together. I'm actually having fun with this paint by number. I think I really like that it's kind of taken on, like, I don't know, a different look. It's like, oh, what's it going to come out like? Okay, so I said this was 5. And here's the big 5 right here. I think paint by numbers are very relaxing to do. A lot of people who artists don't consider paint by number an art at all. Yet some of the famous artists use paint by numbers to teach their students where to put the colors. Isn't that crazy? So they used it as a teaching. We have a place down in Florida, and there's a lady down there that teaches painting, and we'll be down there during Christmas time frame. And I'm really looking forward to go because I want to take her class. I'm hoping that she'll be teaching during that time. Like, why not, right? It's looking good, guys. Oh, there's 5. Yeah, like I said, I should be wearing my glasses. You guys are probably looking at this going, what's she doing? You should have reading glasses on. So that's another tip I guess I could share with you is if you're wanting to do paint by number, but you're like, oh, my eyes. Get you a pair of reading glasses and try them out. Oh, and by the way, I'm moving on to number... What's this? I said number 6. Number 6 is right here. So off, and I'm going to put a little bit of white in that fresh. Put a little bit of white in there. See if I can bring that color up just a little bit. Oh yeah, there we go. That's why in the last few months or so, I've been mixing colors like crazy. You can learn a little bit something about paint and colors. It's like, wish I had put some more white in there. But I'm really starting to like this company in regards to their paints. I just filmed another one earlier today that I'll probably release here shortly. It's like, oh my goodness. It's turning out really cute. I'm doing some experimenting over there, so hope my experiment works. I'll let you know. That looks good. And I've seen a 6 up here. Where did it go? There it is. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. Maybe. Like I said, I grabbed that camera and moving and like, oh. And this was 5. I see a 5 up here. Always keep wet wipes nearby. Looks good. 7 light, and that's 2 pearl deep brown. Here's number 2. I got 2s over here. That's pretty. I think I used that over here too. There's some paint by number companies out there that are going to the tubes of paint with their paintings. I think that probably is a new coming thing for those for paint by number. I mean, think about it. If you've got tubes of paint, chances of them drying out are slim. You should have plenty of paint to paint with. And it possibly could probably drive up the cost of the paint by numbers too. I'm hoping to do a segment on how to shop for a paint by number. I think that'd be fun. Get on the computer with you guys and show you what's all out there. There's a huge selection. A lot of vendors selling them. goes down like, I don't know how to describe it. Amazing. And this big 5 right here. And white Soul Rose, this one. So you guys can see where I'm at right here. How that goes down though. Now suppose if you wanted to, you could make up enough paint to put it in the little pods if you wanted to, and then close up the pod as you're going along, so you could save your paint and make sure that that color stays true to itself. You know you could. Yep. And you can buy empty pods. Or if you're doing a lot of paint by numbers, you know, keep your pods, clean them out. Easy stuff. Easy, easy stuff. Look at that. Looks so good. I mean, this is... I mean, the colors are just blending pretty good with each other. I'm going to do a little blending right there. Although this is not a blending... it's not a blending video. No. Nope. It's one. Black and orange. Oh, it's a mixture. Okay. Black, orange, 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 orange. The red orange. It's kind of a weird brown color. Let's see what I get here. Brown coming out then. Let's do a little bit more. Okay, this is pretty brown. Okay, it is number one right there. Okay, see, go down here. I don't know what you're picking up. Going to 10 real quick because I basically covered that number up. 10. All umber and black. Okay. Let's just do this one by itself. Realize how dark that was. Nope, wrong color. And there's another good tip, I guess you want to call it. If by chance you color something the wrong, paint something the wrong color, if you do it fast enough, you can get it up with one of these. If not, let it dry and then come back and paint over it. It'll be fine. One time I turned my painting upside down didn't realize, you know, the 6s and 9s. Yeah, I painted a whole bunch of the wrong color. You only do that once before you. Yeah. I probably left it and then came back. I was like, oh. So then I'll start painting. I was like, oh no. It still turned out okay, but look how that goes down. It's like a dream. In fact, I've got several paintings in the closet that I kept the paints, but the paints are all dried out. They're probably 2 or 3 years old. So I'm looking forward to actually getting them back out of the closet. I think I'm going to film them with using this paint. I filmed a selection, and then when my camera is messed up, and all it has is the camera that I talk into, looking at you guys. That was the only thing that it recorded. All the important part, which was down on the canvas, it didn't record any of that. Yeah. You guys know I have camera issues. I have trust issues with my cameras. So I always try to have at least 2 cameras. I've had some, here's the crazy thing with the camera thing, like some of the best, you know, it's like, man, this painting is just gorgeous, and I go back to play it back and the voice is gone, the footage didn't record. For whatever reason, the computer decided it wouldn't process the file. Sometimes I can salvage it, and sometimes I can't. But I've learned. Yeah, I usually have everything going pretty good, and then I was like, oh, let me change it up. Let's make it better. Guess we're over here. Looks really pretty. Although on camera, this, let's see, this here, oh, I guess it is yellow. It looks more yellow. It really is over here. Okay, blue and green. I'll get another thing out. This color is blue and green. I'm hoping this color comes up like a too. More of a dusty green. Let's see if I can take that in it. There we go. But yeah, it's perfect. And a gorgeous color, look at that. Wow. Okay, this is for 21. 21. I seen a 21 before I mixed it. I know I did. Maybe I didn't. I just want to move here. Let's just. Yeah, this was the original 21. And here's mine. I think it needs something else. Let's fix that. It's gonna have to do. I mean, it's just gonna have to do. Looks more dusty. Too many 21s I have left. I know I seen a 21. Tomorrow. There it is. Fairly close. Guys are like, no, it's not. Not close at all. I can always go back and repaint the 20. There's not that many. Here, watch this. The heck is that color? That's gorgeous. I think the people that I bought this painting off of, I think I'll send this video to them and say, oh hey, look what I did to your painting, and look how it turned out. Cool. Looks good. Let's see, where's the paper go? There it is. Let's see, what numbers are we seeing over here that we haven't seen? I'm right here. 17 is purple. That's pretty. Okay. These colors are just gorgeous, guys. Gorgeous. Okay, so 17 is right here. I will say, I was thinking about this the other day because I don't sell my paint by numbers. To me, they're just things that I do because I enjoy it. It's not something that I feel like I want to make money off of. Now, I would, you know, I would be interested in like putting links to other people's paint by number companies, you know, and maybe getting a discount or something like that for customers. But I did buy one just for, well, it's for a baby shower. It's for the baby, for the baby's room, and it's turning out really cute. But what I was getting at was, if you buy paint by numbers as gifts, if they're pre-painted, or just the paint by number without paint on it, it depends on the shipping, you know, whether it's going to get here in time to give as a gift. If you're wanting to give it painted, make sure you give yourself plenty of time. If you're wanting to give Christmas present, this is November 11th. If you're wanting to paint something and give it as a Christmas gift, you might want to give it as a gift next year, unless that's all you do. And that's with shipping, if it gets here in time for you to be able to get it done. So, yeah. Baby's not due until February, so I got plenty of time. But still, in the back of my mind, I'm like, you need to get this done. So, okay. So what is 13? 13 is the other purple that's in here. Called the Mauve Pale. This is 13. I'm thinking that was probably 13 up here. Just gonna kind of slightly go over that. And it's a pretty color. To me, that's not mauve though. Mauve is like a pinkish color, but that looks good. That looks really good. The place is, like, some of the colors are like sparingly used, but then I mean there's like all these big areas again. Like I said, I ran out of paint up in here, up in this section here. Yeah, I know it. Well, listen, I'm gonna get off here and do some other things, and then I'll come back and, like I said, I may finish out the video with you guys, and I may just kind of stop and say this is what it's doing, but I'd like for you to see the end result too. So, alrighty. So, okay, I'll be back in a little bit. I use all the time in paint by number. And these guys are the more like the itty bitty areas. So I've tried to get the camera to focus down here. And what I'm going to show you is, and they also sent one of these too, and I will probably put a little intro to this because I opened the box and went through all the different things that they sent in the box, and I will probably put that footage maybe at the end so you can kind of see, or at the beginning. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put it, but I'm definitely want to include it. So, like I said, I was running out of paints, and it was getting pretty rough out there when it comes to the paints. So, now, will they match perfectly? I don't know. I tried really hard to get them close. I will say, if you're doing this kind of paint by number, you might want to, instead of doing it like, do one number at a time and then move to the next number. It just makes it easier, but you don't have to. So I just want to show you how awesome this paint is going down on here. Now, is it a little bit brighter than maybe these copper colors? Let's see if I can find two that I can actually, like I said, I gave up on this paint by number a while back because I thought it was pretty well done for. But I'm thinking that some of these colors, I don't know that this thing came with a legend or not. Like I said, I set it aside, and it's been months since I've done anything with it. So, yeah. I don't think I have one in there. But the paint dries quickly, which is nice, and it looks amazing. I did some peachy color. Oh, I did these the other night, so I'm very pleased with the way that looks. So let me get a baby wipe here. Okay, so 3. Let's see, what do I want to do? Grab some of my colors down here. Like I said, I probably would go through and do a lot of 2s, but okay, 9 was a mix. 9. So what I did was, if it was a mix, I just put 9, 1. That means 1-to-1 ratio. I need to find the other 9 in here. Okay, 9. Oh, silver and gray. Silver. Okay, there's gray. Okay, so. Silver and gray. Let me put a little brown in it too. Just a little bit to kind of warm it up, just a little bit. Like I said, I would probably go through and paint all of like 9 and then move on to the next one. But I think it's going to make this paint by number really pretty. And it's just, I would say I would be concerned if I was having to do like skin color and stuff like that. But if you're doing flowers and stuff like that, it's like colors get close. And I have some big areas that I need to paint. So I think like I said, to mix this paint, no. But to use it like this is a dream. I mean, it goes down really nice. It's easy to use. The brushes like the paint. Yeah, it's looking good. And it should be really pretty once it's done. And if I have to go back up in here, that's fine. I may do that later too. But look how pretty that paint is going down on that. I like that. Like I said, really easy to use. And the cool thing is, I have some paints that are paintings, paint by numbers, where the paints are all dried up, and I just kind of quit working on them because they were. But I liked the pictures, so I kept it thinking, well, eventually I'll figure out what I want to do with them. I think I figured it out. So I thought I would do a couple of these videos with that in mind. And yeah, this paint loves the canvas. It just doesn't like to be mixed with other paint conditioners and things like that. It just doesn't do well. But this is like painting with a dream. I mean, it's. And I know we've all been there if you've done paint by number for any length of time, you know what it's like to run out of paint, your paint's dried up, you've done everything you could possibly do to keep your paints looking good, and yeah, you only do so much with them, right? You guys spend with me. I appreciate you watching my longer videos. I appreciate you watching those little short videos that I like to put out there. So if you could hit that subscribe button, I sure would appreciate it. If you're out there on Facebook, hit those follow buttons. And what do I always say? Go out there, be awesome, be great, and do your thing. And I will see you in my next video. Talk to you soon. Bye.